Jalen Milroe just shows that he should not be allowed to throw football. Bully on the interior there. So you're telling me y'all did all that talking, all that yapping, Alabama fans, and said that y'all deserve to be in the playoffs. SEC team deserved to be in the playoffs. Lane Kiffin tweeted out puppy pictures and started crying about Indiana losing just for Alabama to lose to Michigan without one of the top prospects in the NFL draft. Look, Alabama's a disgrace to the SEC, but I think the SEC is just a disgrace to the whole of college football. Man, we've been talking a lot of smack. And yeah, I have to say we, because of course Texas has joined the SEC and probably only going to make it better. You're welcome. But we have to address this because the SEC bias has been getting completely exposed while SEC teams get exposed. So it's time to talk about it. First things first, we're going to talk about this Alabama-Michigan game. We're going to talk about Jalen Milroe completely destroying anything left of his draft stock. And then we're going to get into some of the things that people were saying just a few weeks ago when Indiana was getting smacked, when Tennessee was getting smacked, right? And then they just kind of recurve things. And of course, that's the post-game interviews for Kalen DeBoer. Man, if you're enjoying these videos, I hope you like them. If you like them, like it. If you don't, dislike it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content. Let's get right into the news. Actually, before we go anywhere, let's get to the box score. I want you to know that Jalen Milroe, he committed 3 turnovers in 10 plays. I think that's phenomenal. Michigan started all their drives at like the 40. Like Alabama's 40. Like, what are we talking about here? So let me just show you the box score. This, first of all, this tells the tale. It just gets ugly, and then Alabama starts making the comeback, and then it just gets uglier. Jalen Milroe just shows that he should not be allowed to throw footballs, and especially not at the NFL level. Lord have mercy, bless his soul, bless his little heart. Alex Orji also should never be allowed to play football for Michigan. Hey, I don't know if y'all saw those pictures with him and Bryce Wood together. Hey, hop in the portal, big dog. It's over. The only thing you did was throw a pick and you rushed for 9 yards. Phenomenal stuff. Prayers up to Davis Warren. I think he got injured. I think it was something serious. I mean, efficient day, but it was all about the running game. Marshall going crazy, Benjamin Hall going crazy. But you see, this is not a lot of yards, guys. This isn't a lot of yards. They didn't do a lot. They kicked a bunch of field goals all day. But Alabama, mostly Jalen Milroe with his interception and then his 2 fumbles, right, really set up Alabama to have a terrible day. And then after that, there's nothing else they could do. You took the hearts out of them. They didn't have no more fight in them in the ReliaQuest Bowl. And I would love to be like, okay, but it's just a bowl game, dog. We talked about Colorado. It's just a bowl game, even though they got smacked, right? But I also said Shador also played. Travis Hunter played. Like, a lot of the starters played. So it's kind of hard to say that. Like, we can say it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because it's going to be a new team next year, new people. Like, bowl game, they don't matter because it's not going to impact the next season, really. But it does show who you are as a team. This was the full force. Michigan didn't have, hold on, can somebody find me the tweet? If I don't, I'll go to the Twitter if I don't have the tweet. Somebody pull me the tweet up, man. Somebody show me the tweet. Sorry, my GPU is suffering. I got a tweet where it shows all the people missing from Michigan. Of course, Will Johnson is out. Mason Graham. I didn't even know Mason Graham was playing. Hey, I couldn't tell the way they were getting bullied on the interior there for Alabama. Mason Graham out. Kenneth Graham out. Colton Loveland out. First round pick tight end, one of the best tight ends in the nation. Running back 1 and 2, Caleb Mullings and Donovan Edwards. I mean, Donovan never. But Josiah Stewart and the QB1 got injured mid-game, and they still lost, dog. You mean to tell me this 9-4 Alabama team that lost to 8-5 Michigan, 6-7 Oklahoma, 7-6 Vanderbilt, and 10-3 Tennessee, who got embarrassed by Ohio State, deserved to be in the playoff? Michigan beat Alabama, Ohio State with forward passing turned off. All right, Taylor Wan's kind of funny. Just imagine what this Michigan team would have done to Indiana, who everyone knows is worse than Alabama. Who knows? It's almost like we don't want to talk about that. We won't talk about that. Back to my Obsidian board. We go. So really, I think before we get into listening to the post-game press conference we're going to listen to Kalen DeBoer kind of hopefully defend his people. I just want to recap that Kirk Herbstreit, Paul Finebaum, all these people, so far the CFP selection committee, this is back in December 21st, has given us blockbusters. Notre Dame led late over Indiana 27-3, and Penn State just went up on the committee's final team 28-0 at the half. Take a bow. Well, I tell you what, Alabama wouldn't have done better. Maybe Indiana can never be invited to the playoffs again was a bit too far. I mean, their only 2 losses this year came in the road games against teams that are still in the playoffs. What did we learn from the first round of the playoffs? Colin Cowherd says college teams get overwhelmed very quickly playing on the road, just like regular season. I'm not mad at that. One note of interest: we're still in the 4-team CFP era. The playoff teams would have been Oregon, Penn State, Georgia, and Texas. So just let y'all know, Notre Dame, Boise State, and Arizona would have been out. Just let y'all know. Just let y'all know. And I got to be honest, I'm a Texas fan. So if we get embarrassed against Arizona State, hey, man, it's the SEC's fault. First off, it's not our fault. It's SEC's fault. Y'all did this to us. What was it about Indiana's resume that said they were clearly more deserving than SMU or Alabama? Or Alabama, the team that couldn't beat Michigan without their best players. I think they need to lose the assumption that the SEC and the Big Ten are clearly head and shoulders or above everybody else, particularly the Big Ten. Hey, I was almost agreeing with you, bud. I was almost on agreeing with you. I'm going to say it. Clemson and Indiana put up a better fight than Tennessee did. The SEC isn't immune to blowouts or losing to a disgraceful Michigan team. A disgraceful Michigan team. And Lane Kiffin, I don't know if you know, Lane Kiffin had a lot to say. He don't seem to have a lot to say now, and we gotta pull this up because he's just guys. He was tweeting. Everything was so sweet. He had everything to say, dog. He had everything to say, dog. He had all these things to say. All these phenomenal things to say. Let's take you all the way back. Because I don't think people really feel me. All the way back. Because he was talking that hot. So far, the CFP, of course, we talked about that. He retweeted that. Right? And then on top of that, he's over here talking about some hard to beat the Georgia Bulldogs. They get everyone's best shot and just win. Congrats, Georgia. 57-4 since 2020. 3 losses to Alabama. 1 loss to Ole Miss. Begging to please just let us in the play. Hey, we beat a mediocre SEC team. Why can't we be in? Lane Kiffin says. Like, dog, what are we let's go Vols. Hey, lot of this is cleaned up, man. Lot of it's cleaned up. Retweeting his daughter's videos. People are asking, where's that hot he was talking about? It's gone, dog. It's gone. I can't even find the tweets. I think he deleted them. I need this. First off, I need that. But going back into it, I already made a video about that, by the way. Shout out to Jackson Dart. Let's get into this post-game press conference, man.
Maybe could have made a difference later. Yeah, you think about it. Felt like at the time, and obviously now we know that he can kick the one at the end. From that distance, just felt like we were on the fringe of really what the percentages were. Understanding who we are, and again, it sounds like you don't have confidence in your kicker, which I do, but just felt like we can convert a 4th and 7, and or was it 4th and 7? Yeah, 4th and 7, and so unfortunately we didn't, and felt like the passing game when we were executing, which that's the big part of it, right? We could find a way to convert and get the ball in the right guy's hands and let him go make a play.
Go with Nick, staying on the right side.
Kalen, you decided to stick with Jalen even after that first quarter. What went into that decision, and kind of how did you do through all that?
Well, I think there were some elements that played. I know even the pick, that's a really nice play. You throw it maybe 2 inches out further, and it's a catch for us. And I'm not sure if we run out of bounds or what there, but they made a nice play. And you guys were there. You saw the elements on the snap. I mean, you got to field it. You can't turn it over. They struggled, I think. And fortunately, they had the field position. Fortunately for them, they had the field.
I feel bad. This man, it looks like Nick Saban just grabbed him by the shoulder. Like look at this man's eyes. Like, I feel sad making this video, guys. He's stuttering. He's talking about, woulda, coulda, shoulda, if the ball would have had this. Man, I wanted to roast him. But golly, he's got his tail tucked between his legs.
Where they didn't have to really press till the rain kind of moved through. But that certainly didn't help us and kind of dug ourselves a rut. Had to play a little different style again. But hats off to our guys there just at the end of the first half of understanding, hey, just get one score, and then one score led to two. Wish we could have just done something there. I think in the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, where we get maybe a field goal, get some points on the board, put the ball in the end zone.
Jump to the left side, Charlie. Kind of stick on that, Coach. For clarity's sake, did you consider it all?
That's the last question.
Quarterbacking it, so
No, I didn't. I just felt like, I mean, there's things that he still did. We scored a field goal. With him using his legs, we went 95 plus yards in less than a minute. And so just that.
95 yards in a minute, and you couldn't convert against an 8-5 Michigan team. I just wanted to be known, man. Y'all had a lot to say, and let's go to because I'm just going to the comments. A lot of people had a lot of things to say, and I wanted to be known that actually I think my comments y'all were mostly pretty cool. SEC fangirls was whining all day till Tennessee got belted ass. They won every game in New Orleans, Miami, and Atlanta. Throughout the 4-team CFP playoff, there have been blowouts and tight games, just the nature of the game. When doesn't the SEC cry when something isn't in their favor? As a Texas fan, I found that out. Hey, man, come on now. Kirk, Lane, and Paul all hate the game they claim to love. Yeah, y'all don't really like the game, man. Y'all did all this crying just for an SEC coach, Kalen DeBoer, a team that beat Georgia, and it was supposed to go. Hey, maybe college football is just a little bit more unpredictable than we could all imagine. I don't know. Maybe we could think about that. But all I know is that Alabama's buns. You couldn't do it against anybody. Jalen Milroe completely showed that maybe he shouldn't be allowed. He should be the running back. It's crazy that Lamar Jackson got wide receiver running back. Hey, Jalen Milroe, you need to, yeah. Anyway, y'all be amazing. Go bully an SEC fan sometime with love. Like this video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video.